morning.
Good morning. He's here to talk to, oh, I see this little guy's been secured.
That's right.
He's here to talk to us about a set of 2 sharpeners that we can get home that has a 2-stage process to sharpen the knife, so you don't need that big honing knife where you're not sure what angle you're doing at it. And in fact, you don't need 2 hands with this particular set. Can you show me what's unique about this?
Yeah, so first of all, in my 20 plus years experience in the restaurant business, this is the safest, most effective knife sharpener with Sharp Shark because we've done all the work for you. This is 2 stages, okay? The first stage are tungsten carbide grooves. That's harder than the steel on your knife, so it's gonna break down the edge, reestablish that angle, and then ceramic honing bars to really polish and give you that razor out of the box brand new edge you remember. But here's the difference between us and everybody else. Patented suction cup design. So what does that mean? You can go to any smooth countertop. So whether you have marble, whether you have corian, whether you have formica, granite, that's what I have. You push down on this clasp right here, what's gonna happen, it's gonna engage that suction cup. I cannot move this. And why is that important? First of all, safety. Because now instead of having to put my hand near the blade while I sharpen it, I can get my hand out of harm's way and I can concentrate on pulling this knife in one direction. And what I love about the Sharp Shark is there's a little arrow that tells you exactly which direction to pull.
Oh, great.
And in a few passes, I can see I've already started to break down the metal, reestablish the angle, but then I go to those ceramic honing bars and those just polish and really finish the edge. And this knife here, Kathy, is over 20 years old. It's from one of my restaurants and catering business, and you can see how that's glistening right there? That's a brand new edge. Now check this out. I'll take it to the kitchen. And a sharp knife is a safe knife, and the reason why is because it goes where you tell it. Here's a tomato, and I always like to use a tomato because tomatoes are notoriously hard to cut, and they pierce when the knife isn't sharp, and it glides. And I mean just glides through this tomato. Think about this 20-year-old knife from a restaurant that I had almost 20 years ago. It cuts like it was brand new out of the box.
Those are some skills, the way you just did that.
You like that?
That is some technique. All right. Well, I got to tell you, what Rick said is correct. I mean, you have to have sharp knives. That's what makes it safe. When I go to my sister-in-law's house, hate to throw her under the bus, but she doesn't sharpen her knives, and I can't cook there because I'm like, I'm going to hurt myself. So this is what you have. Remember, it's a set of 2. Everybody will receive 1 solid color choice and then 1 patterned, which is really nice. You have 4 easy payments of $5 and under 50 cents. Goes away at the end of the day. This one is called Blue Stars because you get a blue, it's a navy, and then you have one that has the stars. So really Americana here. We have a white with a tie-dye option. Then in front of that is a solid red with a floral, and it's an etched floral print here. That one's very popular. And then here you have a solid black with a stripes option. K46628 is your item number. By the way, customer top rated as well. We have some of those reviews there scrolling at the bottom of your screen. A lot of people are saying, you know, that well, here, this is a great review. You know, she's had many knife sharpeners, and this is the best they've ever owned. Actually, I don't know if it's a girl. It could be a boy too. And then somebody else here, love to cook, and it's important to have a sharp knife, just as Richard Roman was just saying, and that this product is absolutely amazing. The other thing that's nice about this is how many different blades we can use with this.
So you can use it on serrated. I'm going to put this down here. You can use it on small paring knives. You can use it on those Mad Hungry knives that you just had on earlier. You can use it on those wonderful Groove Tech knives. So it doesn't matter.
What about this guy?
You can use it on a processor blade. And that's something you would never be able to do with a normal sharpener, because with this being secured to the countertop, I can actually now concentrate on holding the blade. It stays still, and I can actually drag the blades through the tungsten carbide grooves. So think about it. Any other sharpener, you would never be able to sharpen those processor blades, but now with the Sharp Shark and that technology, you can actually do it. And you know what? Processor blades are like any other blade in your kitchen. They're going to get dull, but now they're razor sharp, so they chop instead of mashing your food. But here's what I want to show you, because this is to me my most favorite demonstration to do. Most people get a steel in their house, right? So the problem with a steel is you have to get the perfect angle when you're sharpening the blade, right? And if you don't get the right angle, you'll actually dull it. But here's the other thing. It's dangerous. I'm pulling this down toward my hand. I've seen so many people cut themselves.
I have 21 stitches in my hand from a knife.
See, well, that's the thing. So now I'm going to show you how you can take the dullest knife. We're going to actually intentionally dull this knife. I'm going to run this knife across the steel, okay? What am I doing? I'm actually flattening out the blade.
You're ruining it.
I'm ruining this knife, okay? To show you how dull this knife is, I'm going to try to cut something as simple as a sponge here, okay? Now, a lot of people experience this in the kitchen. They take a knife out. They try to cut with it. Look how I'm pushing with pressure. I cannot get through the sponge. This knife is useless unless you have a Sharp Shark. Pull out your Sharp Shark. You're going to take it first through stage 1. That's that tungsten carbide groove, and I'm going to pull it through. And what's happening is you're seeing little metal shavings. I don't know if you can pick it up. I'm breaking down the metal. Those tungsten carbide grooves are harder than the steel on the blade, and now I'm reestablishing that edge, that angle. And I can feel after about, I don't know, 6 or 8 pulls, we're getting sharp now.
Be careful when you do that if you're testing it at home.
Now I'm going to go through the ceramic honing blades, okay? And now I can feel that blade really just getting sharp. So I'm going to take this back to that sponge. Now, a moment ago, I could not even cut the sponge. Check out how this goes through it like it is a brand new knife, each and every cut. Now that blade is like it was brand new. So when you get a Sharp Shark, it's like getting a brand new set of knives. That's what I tell you.
Well, and you know what? Typically, maybe we're comfortable using the steel honing thing here for our flat blades like that, but we would not use this with a serrated blade. We wouldn't use this with our groove sharks. We certainly wouldn't use this with food processor blades.
That's right.
So you can use this with so much more. And remember, you're getting set up 2 of them. They're small. You can gift one, keep one. Maybe you're keeping one in a camper or something like that. They're small, they're portable. What's different is that because of the suction technology, it'll stay right on your countertop, so it's easier for you to use. Under $22, simply choose the option that you'd like. We have a solid blue with stars, a solid white with tie-dye, solid red with floral, and that's an etched floral pattern. That one's still popular. And then a solid black with a stripes. And you can see with all of these, the little handles are up.
That's right.
Because these are not adhered. All you have to do when you get it home is click this down.
That's right.
And it sticks right to your countertop.
And I'll tell you, you can take any knife in your drawer. And I always like to do this. This is the least expensive, oldest knife that I could find. And it's something I think, people have a drawer full of knives and most of them are dull. You can take any knife. So I'm going to take this least expensive knife here. I'm going to actually pull it through the sharpener. Okay, this is not a fancy knife. And I'm going to actually give it an edge that's just like a razor blade. I'm going to give a few pulls, go to the ceramic honing bars, finish it off. Now take a look at this. This is probably a $3 knife from about 20 years ago. When I go to that tomato again, take a look at the way when you have a sharp knife, it literally glides, and I mean glides through, right through. And I mean, you want to talk about razor thin? Take a look at this. Perfect slices. It didn't tear the skin. That's what a sharp knife will do for you, and that's what you can have with the Sharp Shark super sharp knives in all your drawers.
And is there a recommendation for how many times I should use one over the other?
No,
it just depends.
It's 6 to 8, but again, it depends on the knife. And you know what's great about it? If you do it a few times and it's not quite sharp enough, you just pull it through a few more times.
Okay, thank you. I just had a question about that. 4 easy payments here does go away at the end of the day. K46628. Alrighty, well, thank you so much. Good seeing you too. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so I want to remind you of our best value of the day. It's the lowest price Le Creuset TSV, today's special value of the year, folks. And we are like not even in the end of March here.